I've begun recording.
Oh, you're recording. I don't know if I can, right? You have to record, right?
Yeah, it'll go straight to the Zoom account.
Perfect. Could you send that to me after the meeting?
Yes.
Thank you, Bethany. Okay. Thank you, Ernest. Can you share the agenda? Or I have it if you don't have it. That's
It's right here. 1 second. I'm sorry, I'm a little slow on the mouse.
You're all right.
So this is just our plan for today is, I think we know everybody here because everyone was here last meeting. We'll review the minutes. We'll review the Google spreadsheet and categories for the job fair. We're going to, this is just what I propose, but open for other people's opinions. I think we should do a letter of interest directly to employers we're interested in having at the fair, and then a general recruitment flyer that the commission and other people can send out through their listservs to see if they're interested. Okay, can you stop sharing? Thank you. So any questions on the agenda before we get going? All right, so why don't we take a look at the minutes, Bethany, if that's okay? Oh, wait, 1 second. Jan Luby?
Well, this is about the minutes. Should I wait?
Oh. We're gonna review the minutes. Bethany, do you have those? Thank you.
Can't really see the minutes. Can we put that in a larger font, maybe?
There we go. Thank you. Any questions on the minutes? Jan?
Well, it seems like we came away from the meeting with different ideas of what happened. So, first, I think it was it Bethany that did the letters to the employers?
No, that was me.
Okay. Obviously from the letters, we think that this is happening during Deaf Awareness Week, but the minutes say the job fair will be planned for sometime in August 2020.
Okay, that's an error then.
Okay. Because the job fair is now going to be during the Deaf Awareness Week.
So I'm sorry, Betsy did I didn't review them till just now. Betsy did the minutes. What I think we all agreed upon is that it would be in September for the week of the 14th.
Deaf Awareness Week, yep.
Yeah, and then we were also during that month at some point, we're also going to have different video Zoom presentations about different things. Bethany had reached out to me and said one should be, which is resume making, could be one of the Zoom presentations for people. So I think that's kind of, so we'll have to edit those minutes to reflect that should say September.
And the other thing is, I remember anything specific that Teresa said about legal issues. It was more that she expressed concerns that there may be some legal issues. But then I thought we fixed that by doing,
Yes, we did. Yep,
okay,
that was her interpretation of the minutes. So,
okay.
yeah.
So, but just to clarify then, so what this is during Deaf Awareness Week, so it's okay that we're doing it for the deaf and hard of hearing.
We are, well, I think what we came, so let's be on the same page. I think what we came aware of is that it is open to all, but it is going to be on deaf awareness, but it is welcome to any people, but there will be accommodations or accessibility features to all that need it. But it will have interpreters and CART already present, and if there's any other accommodations needed, they can request any other thing that they needed, but we are going to have it on Deaf Awareness month or what, or week or month, whatever the September 14th is. And again, open to all, but we are accommodating, but just by accommodations, we're just having for the deaf and hard of hearing, and any other requests, we can honor them as well.
So
Yeah, go ahead, Teresa.
So I had heard originally that we were to ask employers if they wanted to hire the deaf and hard of hearing. And that's where I
Yes.
started to think about legal issues, because you really can't go up to a business and say, well, you hired a person who's deaf or hard of hearing. Because under the ADA, they have to be open to any type of disability. So they wouldn't be able to say no. So that's where that's how I got pulled in, because of that miscommunication. And I just didn't.
No, I don't think it was, I think it was you were trying to say we can't just say it's only open to that. It's open to all, but we are highlighting it in the month of Deaf Awareness Month. But again, we are not going to say it's only for people that want to hire deaf and hard of hearing. It's for anybody that wants it, but we are focusing it that there is a lower unemployment with the deaf and hard of hearing community, but again, open to all. Jane, does that answer your question?
I didn't have a question. I had something that when I approach employers, I tell them I'm on the employment committee for the Rhode Island Commission on the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, and we're doing a job fair.
Yes.
That's all I say. And
That's fine.
are you interested in being an employer on this for this event? So I'm not saying it's only for the, but I that's how I approach people.
Yeah.
No, and I think that's perfect. My concern was that if somebody walked up to a business and said, hey, would you hire somebody that was deaf? That is on the illegal.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So I think that the fact that we're having it on what is it called? Hard of hearing, deaf and hard of hearing month, correct? Is that the name, correct, Ernest?
Deaf Awareness Month.
Deaf Awareness Month. So I think the fact that we're having that and it's being sponsored by the Employment Committee, you can make whatever assumption you want, but it's open to all. Correct? Does that sound reasonable? Use whatever letter you guys want to use. I'm just trying to get the ball. Again, this is just a collaboration and trying to get the ball rolling. And Jan, feel free to, that's why I sent those letters ahead of time. Those are just my thoughts, and I would love people, like I don't work in the employment world for people with disabilities, but many of you do. So I'm saying that's my thoughts. Please look at the letter, say what do you like, what don't you like, and then give feedback or redo it, or just trying to move forward with that. So my thought was twofold, that we have a letter that we can to send out to employers, or if you want to do your own, or help collaborate to make one that we like for everyone. So Jan, if you saw what I sent and you didn't like the wording or you want to reword it, again, I would love help with this. So again, if you have opinions, this is a collaboration. Feel free to adjust that letter any way you see fit. Again, you are in that employment world, Jan, so you know that better than I. So feel free to look over that letter that I sent and change it in any way that you find would speak to Teresa's issue, that we're not just asking for deaf and hard of hearing, but it is Deaf Awareness Month, and we are sponsoring it by the Commission on the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. So again, we do have a focus, but it is not limited or restricted to anybody to attend.
Yeah, I think that the letter's fine. I think it's long and
So Jan, could I assign you to look that over, and by I know mid next week, you send it to everybody. So that's just my starting point. You look it over, condense it to what you think is good, and then send it back for the committee to review, so that we can get moving on that.
sure. You know, I think we'd get a lot more out of like personal contact than sending out letters. I don't know. I mean, I'm mostly talking to people.
But I think we need to have many things. We need
Yeah,
phone calls, but for the people that might not know somebody, we can send those letters out. And then the commission, if they can tweak a flyer with some of that information so that we can send it out through listservs. So that's 3 different ways that we can try to bring people into it. Bethany?
So the commission is making the flyers, or the committee
I
is
was
making the
hoping that
flyers?
they would. I would hope somebody from the commission could get
Okay.
that flyer
Okay,
with your logos and however you want to represent it. Is that okay?
That's fine.
and
Okay.
that's what the 2020 CDHH virtual job fair, that's a flyer that would go out like on the commission email list, or
Yes, yes, and then we can send it
That's
out
great.
on our listservs as well, so it's a general, but I think if we had a one drawn up by the commission that looks official, that we could send out, and then for our personal contacts, you can make phone calls, or we have a letter. So again, I like to say that some of you are in the employment world and some are not, so some have connections and I do not. So that's why I'm saying there should be a letter for the people that don't have phone connections, that at least if they have a company that they know might be hiring, they can at least send something out to.
And Ernest said, I'll email that to you.
Okay. So I'm just going to discuss what we just talked about. Jan is going to look at the letter so that we have the option to send out the letter to people, and we will review it by maybe, can we say Wednesday next week, Jan?
Yeah.
And then the commission is going to use that information to come up with a flyer on their letterhead, so it's something that we can send out over the listserv. And then, of course, you can use the information on the letter to make phone calls to whoever you want as well.
Ernest says, that sounds good.
Anybody else have anything to add to that?
Yeah, Tish, I think someone just had their hand up. Was it Tish or Jan?
Jan,
Or not me?
Jan.
Yeah, I think Janice wanted to say something.
me, well, I just, no, I think Wednesday's fine. I'll work on a letter. I should warn people that I'm very new to Google Docs. I'm just learning how to use
No,
it.
it doesn't have to be Google Docs. Just send it and we can make comments on it.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Just send it right on the Word and just send us a Word, and then we can just make comments onto it.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'll take whatever comments anybody has and I will finish the letter. So you do that just on regular Word, and then I'll send it out. And if anybody has any comments, they can just send me a comment and we can adjust from there. So we all on the same page there? So would the commission be able, if we set that Wednesday date, for them to do the flyer as well for next Wednesday?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So Ernest, I'm assuming that I might be helping with that flyer, and I'm on vacation next week. Okay, okay.
Yes. You got that, Carol?
I got that. Yeah, we can get it done by Wednesday, regardless. Thanks, Bethany.
Okay. Okay, so the next thing is the Google Doc. Did we see the categories? Did everybody get a chance to look at the Google Doc with all the categories? Is that something you can share, Bethany?
Yes. So, apologize. Give me one moment.
Simon, about 2 more minutes, okay?
I am not sure what just happened here.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go. So if everybody can just take a look at the tab at the bottom, it lists the different categories. We have construction and manufacturing, retail, education, healthcare and human services, hospitality and tourism, technology. Is there one more? And any others? Can anybody think of a category that's not there?
Well, I noticed that Jeannie put something under other, and that's what I was going to use because like CW Resources, they hire for groundskeeping and maintenance, and they hire for stocking in the commissary. So, I figured I'd just put them under other. And I had a question about the representatives presenting. So each one of them is going to be expected to present each job and talk about their openings and their company. Is that
Yes.
so? Okay, so I just want to know, because obviously that should be in the letter as well. Okay, so I just haven't put anything in yet.
And I think, could we add to this list, Bethany, could we add to all the categories, website,
Okay.
and maybe job description if we have it?
Okay.
Can anybody else think of another column that they would like to see? Okay, great job. Thank you, Bethany.
I'll take over now. Okay.
So any questions on the Google Doc? Okay, so once we have those things, once we have the letter to go out and the flyer, then we should, and again, you can call whoever you want, start updating that flyer, and then maybe Bethany I know you're on vacation. If you can't do that, maybe the earliest you can, whenever you can get that done, we can start updating that information. If you have trouble, does anybody want to take, so here's a question, let's say, and this needs to be in the flyer because we haven't discussed it. Would somebody be willing to be the point contact if you send out the flyer, who to contact? Do we think that should go directly to the commission? What are your thoughts on that, Ernest? Who should be a contact person for that?
I think the commission should be responsible as a contact person. Pam, by the way, she's typically does those kinds of things. She's going to be on vacation next Friday. So if we can get this done before that, like by Wednesday, and get it out Wednesday or Thursday,
Perfect.
let's go ahead and do that. Have it all done and out there by next Wednesday. So she goes I think she goes on vacation Friday to Friday. So we'll get it out before that. As far as a contact person, yeah, we need someone who can collect all the information. Sorry. Oh, we need to get the interpreter. Did somebody say something? Bethany?
Nope, not me.
Hey, Bethany, hold on one second. I just want to make a suggestion. Bethany, are you controlling spotlighting?
Yes.
Okay, give a few seconds to get spotlight onto the interpreter.
Okay.
Also, if Ernest is going to be saying something, spotlight on him, just give a pause.
Okay.
Okay, so this way we as the interpreters can actually zoom in on him.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
So does anybody want to be that? So Ernest, when you say that they can reach out to the commission, is there somebody like, is it just the direct, because Jan is going to have to put this both in your letter and the flyer. For prospective employers, do they just contact your general email?
I'm thinking.
Or should it be Pam?
I think we should have a direct contact. If it's too, let me think about this. Lately, we get so many emails. If it comes into the general email, there's a chance that it could be missed. You know, I don't want it to get mixed in with COVID and unemployment and all the other issues that we're tackling right now. I think it would be good to have have them contact me personally, me directly.
So we'll use your email in the contact if you're interested. Again, people are going to do their own contacts that when they reach out, but if it's a general inquiry that the flyer gets out or the letter, so more the general people that there's no contact with would reach out to you. Does that sound good?
That's fine. That is fine.
Jan, you had something to say?
Well, so there's two different things. There's the flyer that the commission's doing, and so the contact person, that makes sense, it's the commission
Yes.
to Ernest. And then the letters that various people on this committee will be sending to employers or potential employers.
They should be the contact.
Like, I would want them to contact me if they have
Yes.
questions, or whatever, you know, just kind of each person taking responsibility for who they're sending letters to and have them
Yes.
themselves be the contact. Is that what you were thinking?
Exactly. Ernest would take care of any general requests that are just initiated from the commission's flyer. And then anybody that sends out a letter, they would change their name and contact information so that they reach out to them. Bethany, if
That makes
people have a hard time updating the Google documents, can they send you the information for you to update if they do have a problem?
Yes.
So if anybody has a problem updating that Google Doc for some reason, if you send it to Bethany, she'll update the form for you.
And that's for the tracking of who will
Yes.
be there and,
Yes.
okay, yep, not a problem at all.
And then Ernest, if you have anybody, then again, if you can't do the Google Doc, if you send it to Bethany, so we can keep a running of who we're looking for. Sound good?
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, so then if you don't know where it falls in the category, put it in other, and when we get closer to the time, we can decide where to put them. Okay. Does anybody else have any comments or questions? So when would we like to regroup, like in another 2 weeks or so?
Jeannie has a question. Can you ping?
Yes, yes, not a problem.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify something. So I'm going to have a flyer ready. There's going to be a flyer ready by Wednesday. Is it this Wednesday or next Wednesday? I missed the answer, Simon. Did you get that? Which Wednesday? I missed it. The interpreter missed it.
Next week.
Next week? It's next Wednesday. Thank you.
So what do we think about regrouping on the 12th, August 12th? At 2:30, does that work for everybody? So Wednesday, August 12th at 2:30?
Fine with Jeannie?
Everybody
Fine with
good?
Jan, fine with Ernest? Fine with Jen?
Fine with me.
Bethany, it's fine with Carol Fay. Save you some work.
So
Simon?
Teresa, you're on vacation that week? So there really should be just a follow-up, but we'll just send it to you. So again, I think it's just to make sure we're keeping on track. But if you have anything, Teresa, to add once you see the flyers, I'm gonna put you on the emails too, Teresa. So if you see any comments when we get Jan's letter and the commission's flyer, if you can make any comments on that, we should have that by next week before you're on vacation.
And Jen and Paul are very good about keeping me in the loop too.
Great.
Very good. Yeah, we met today and I meet with them once every other week anyway. So yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, so we all on the same page?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So the next meeting again will be in 2 weeks, August, on a Wednesday. We'll move it back to our Wednesday, August 12th at 2:30. All right, that was quick.
Thanks, Denise.
All right, bye everyone. Thank you, everyone.
And up.
Bye.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, Jan, I'm
Jan.
sorry, Jan.
So do we have any idea, like when we're talking to employers, how long they have to present? Or is it just depending on how many jobs they're going to describe? Is there some kind of time limit? I just want to know what to tell people.
My opinion is it should be more, I think around 15, 20 minutes at most, I would think. You don't
For
want,
each company?
yeah.
Okay,
Maybe like a 15-minute, they can talk about their business and their opportunities, and then maybe a 5-minute Q&A, something like that. But I would just tell them the plan, you know, for that, and say we're still working on how many people would be there. We're gonna set it up,
okay,
okay?
thank you.
All right, bye everyone.
See you in a couple weeks.
Bye.
Hey, Bethany, can you stay on?
I'm staying. I'm staying.
Okay, now I have to remember what I was going to ask you. Oh, I was going to tell you something about Vermont Public Schools.
Oh, okay. Let's hear. They
They're
have one of the lowest rates in
Yes.
the country. Yeah.
They do. And they're not going to open until September 8th, which is new and exciting. And they're giving families the option of virtual all the way. Uh-oh, you went away.
I'm not away. I'm
Okay,
here.
your picture went away. That's okay. Virtual all the way or in person 4 days a week. And they're even